What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy BT, and today we're back with the Honda Grom. This time we've got a nice little upgrade here from DingerBuilt. So we're gonna get this air filter installed to improve that airflow and get a little bit of performance enhancements coming your way. All right, let's get to it. All right, so first thing, we've got 3 clips right in here. So we're gonna go ahead and release those 3 clips. All right, so with these 3 clips out, we're gonna now move on to the side here. So the side is a 5mm, and we're just gonna go ahead and release the screws here. Get these screws out and take the panel off. So with that off, we should be able to just pull on the shroud. All right, so there we have it off. You can see there's the clips that's holding it in. So now we're gonna go ahead and start loosening the screws that's holding the airbox in place. All right, so we got a Phillips here. I think we have a Phillips here. We've got another one down here. And then we've got the 10, I think this is a 10mm right here. Okay, so we have those loosened, and now I believe we need to go to the other side and do the same thing. All right, now on this side, we have to take off this screw right here, and that releases that. And then we have another 10mm on this side. So we take that off. Now we have a little tube running here that's set here. We got to pull that out, so that's out of the way. And then there's another one right down here. So there's another one here. We're going to move that out the way. So we've got these 2 moved. There was one right here and right here. So those are moved out of the way. And then now this airbox is loose and should be able to move. So under here we have this clamp, and then I can also see there is a tube connected to the airbox. Right in here, there's that little tube connected to the airbox. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get that off, and we're gonna get this right here unscrewed, and then we should be good to pull it off. All right, so here is our clamp. We're gonna loosen that up. All right, so what we're gonna do is get the impact driver and see if we can get that off. All right, that worked like a charm. Okay, so now that we have that off, all we have to do is then get this hose off of here. Oh, there we go, just pull on it. Okay, so with that, we should be able to get this entire box out. All right, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be replaced with this. Look how small this is. So we're gonna go ahead, get this moved out of the way here. Now, before we take everything out, we're actually gonna take this off right here because we're gonna transfer that over to the new part. All right, here is the new part right here. It's looking pretty good. We're also going to reuse this clamp here. So we need to get this off. Get this clamp on here. So it's gonna be in this direction. Then we'll attach the tube here. And yeah, we'll be almost done with this job. All right, so to transfer this over to here, they've supplied us with some hardware in this bag. And so then we're gonna install this here with our new screws. And the supplied screws are a 3mm. All right, so now we're gonna take this and get it fitted right on here. All right, so the way that this gets installed, it actually is going to come from this side and come around like so. So now we have to get it fitted. There it is, it's fitted in place, clamps in place, and I think that's the installation there. We're going to clip this back on, and then the air filter gets added right here, and then we just have to add our pipe, our little hose on here, and then we should be good to go. Okay, so we pass it through from this side, so now we can actually tighten down the clamp. So I had to swap this around, but make sure the clip side is facing the logo. Then we can take this right here and easily clip that in place. Now, checking out the instructions that were sent, you can install this supplied bolt and locking nut over the original, swapping out the original one. For now, I think I'm going to leave the original one. I don't see any reason why that would back off while riding, but in the future we can utilize this and swap it out if needed. Now, for this hose, you can see here that this hose is a lot longer than it's needed to be applied to this particular job here. So you can see how much extra hose we have here. We could probably cut the hose right about here. We could probably cut the hose right about here and be good to go. So what I'll probably do is I'm going to end up having to cut this hose, but I will probably repurchase another hose as a backup in the event that we do have to go back to a stock setup. But for now, we're just going to take a quick measurement, slice this hose off, slide it on, and then get the oil filter oiled, and we'll be done with this job. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck this underneath the little bracket that it was being held on, because it seems like that bend is just a little too aggressive for the tube. So we're going to tuck this underneath here, get this out straight, and then we are going to see exactly what angle we need here to make this work. Okay, so then we'll turn it this way, and so it looks like we're going to need to make a cut right about here. Okay, that looks pretty good there. So now all we have to do is add the filter on. All right, so now we are at our little oil filter station. So we're going to go ahead, open this up here. So we're going to go ahead and get this lubed up here. We're going to put this on this way. But all we're going to do now is spray some oil on our filter here and then install it. All right, so now we'll install our filter. All right, so we're going to go ahead and slide this on here like so. And then we got an 8mm for the clamp. So that completes the installation of the DingerBuilt air filter. All we have to do now is put back on the body panels and we should be good to go. And bye-bye to the giant big airbox. Now for this bottom right panel, you're gonna have to hold that, you're gonna have to hold it in place because the airbox rigidity is now gone. We'll have to get that back later by adding the oil cooler, but there you have it. Panels are back on there. Everything looks good. Let's start it up and see how it sounds. Definitely a lot louder than before. Wow, so we are getting this thing going. You can hear it. It sounds good. All right, so that is the first performance modification. Kind of the second. We did change the front sprocket. Now we've got the air filter on. Next, we've got the exhaust. Man, this thing is coming together really good. It's your boy BT. Thank you for checking out this video, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.